Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I can continue with Still Life 2 Blind. Let's look around my cell and see what it is that I have to do.
McPherson? Can you hear me?
I guess the answer is no.
Shh! You'll bring him back!
Christ! You scared me! I thought that cell was empty.
I haven't eaten in days. You don't have anything, do you?
Sorry. All I had was a few stale cookies, but I was hungry. Who are you? I thought the killer only went for women.
Gary Anderson. I saw the abandoned house while I was out hunting deer. I came in to poke around. The killer took me by surprise while I was snooping upstairs. I tried to escape by going out the balcony, but he caught me. I've been held here for months. He's been torturing me for months. I can't take it anymore.
Have you been here a long time? Have you tried to escape?
I made an attempt early on. I was locked up where you are.
What did you do?
I improvised. I used the fork that he left for my meals. I unscrewed the grate on an old air vent.
And then what happened?
The killer came back right before I made it into the shaft. He convinced me not to try again. Then he threw me in this cell, which is normally reserved for women he's gonna kill. I've been here ever since. In here, the ventilation shaft is welded shut, and the cell door can only be opened remotely. I haven't got a chance.
Do you still have the thing you used to unscrew the grate?
Yeah, I managed to hide it, just in case it might come in handy again.
Throw it over. I'll try to catch it.
We're not going anywhere. What's the point of discussing it?
Okay, I think it's immensely stupid that he's been left with that fork.
It's too far.
I need something to grab it. What if the guy saw that he has unscrewed the air vent? Then he must have known he had used some kind of a tool. Why didn't he search him? The only place he could have reasonably hidden it is his literal ass. But even that, first of all, it couldn't be very far, up his rectum because he would hurt himself. It's really rather uncomfortable. And if you would do it, shallow, then it's pretty easy to check that if you strip someone down. In fact, they routinely do that at prisons. Which this is essentially a prison. It's just not run by a government official, but by a crazy person. Which, the crazy part might excuse him a little bit, but to be honest, the whole crazy thing is a bit of a hand wave. Like, you can always say, oh, he's insane. That's why what he's doing makes no sense whatsoever. I just think it's kind of cheap as an explanation.
Maybe I could pass through here, but it's too high.
And overall, he's not particularly I get it that it's a game for him, but I guess technically he might even be offering me a chance of actual escape, which would be in line with my initial feeling that he's kind of, like Jigsaw light.
Those cookies were disgusting, but I couldn't help finishing the whole pack.
Because technically speaking,
the closet is blocked by the bed.
You could escape from Jigsaw's traps, at least most of them. You would be rather worse for wear, and you would have to, endure extreme pain before you did. But you could survive. There have been people who survived.
Locked.
A magnet. Would the key be made of a ferrous material?
Perhaps I've found only a part of the solution.
I guess combine this with this, but I would have to have like a piece of string or something to make it stick together.
It's not this.
Do you have any like
It's locked.
Do you have chewing gum or something? I guess I can't really talk to him. You know, you could use your own hair actually to tie a knot.
Those cookies were disgusting.
Because she very distinctly said, I have parts of a solution. So I imagine I have to somehow combine this with this to make like a magnet on a stick so that it's longer. Oh, that's a piece of string, which, to be honest, as I said, you could use like your own hair, which, you know, in this case it's maybe not needed, because if this is all string, then that's like a ridiculous amount of string. I thought it was, I actually thought it was toilet paper, but it brings me to a thing that I would like to say, which is that I think it would be fun if someone made an adventure game that actually has like alternate versions of solving a puzzle, which I guess this kind of has it to a degree with some things, because like when going to the morgue, I could have gone in through through the killer's lab. I've actually gone in through the dumbwaiter, but there was 2 different entry points. But you know, I would like if you know, maybe even all of the puzzles had like alternate solutions.
It's not opening.
Based on which exact items you use, and you know what approach do you take.
I can't climb up there, and it's impossible to push the bed against the wall because of the pipes.
What are you talking about? Are you high? There's plenty of space, actually. There's also this crate, which seems to me there's like a crack in the wall, which I don't think I noticed before, actually.
There's a crack in the wall. I can see something shining. There's a crack in the wall. I can see something shining. It's not this. Bad idea.
So I can't break it, but maybe if there's something...
There are 2 names engraved on the ring. John and Susan.
Okay. Maybe I can stand on this. But again, that's convoluted. This would be actually even better to stand on. Why can't I push this to be nearby?
I had to kick it hard, but it worked.
Okay, there's a camera, which is not particularly great for me. To be honest, there are cameras everywhere, so if he is looking at them, I'm kind of screwed anyway.
We're not going anywhere. What's the point of discussing it?
It's not opening. This digital lock must open the door. I should neutralize this camera.
Can you like smack it?
This can't possibly work.
Actually, why not? That seems a pretty good thing to do in my book. Okay, that's just storage.
Amphetamines. It's empty. There's no way this bastard's keeping any images of me. It's not this.
Again, why not?
Locked.
Okay, I guess this opens it. But it would be too easy, would it?
Locked. An electronic lock. I don't have the key. Locked.
Okay, let's
There's a lock.
take a look. Which is my own cell, actually? This or this one?
I had to kick it hard, but it worked.
I think it's this, you know, opposite him. So McPherson would be, I think, here, or in the other one, because no, the other one has an electronic lock. Because I have those, but she doesn't have those, right? The codes. Yeah, find McPherson. Because McPherson had on her phone the codes. Let's try looking through the slits. Maybe she's awake. Oh, she is.
McPherson, do you hear me? It's me! Paloma Hernandez! McPherson, wake up!
Oh, where am I? Hernandez? Oh, Christ, I feel so groggy.
I noticed a digital locking system. We have to input a code. But what is it?
Code? That sort of rings a bell. I found a series of codes in the cellular computer.
Do you remember the numbers?
I can't concentrate. Hold on. I entered them in my smartphone. The only complete code that I have is for the hatch.
I don't want to open the hatch.
I've also got a series of first and last names. On the list, my first name is connected with the name Stanton.
Am I on that list?
Yes, Paloma. Martin. If Hawker's right, it must be the name of a character played by Veronica Lake. Vic Stanton and Paloma Martin. There must be a code linked to these names. I'll let you think about it.
Do you know what the killer intends to do?
He abducted us because he needs poker partners. Now let me sleep.
We have to get out of here, McPherson. We have to try to escape.
Escape? What? Later. I'll think about that later. I think I'm gonna take a little nap.
So, did you give me the codes? I don't think you did. Wake her up. I have some drugs, but no, actually I don't. I only have a first aid kit.
McPherson, wake up. I've got to talk to you.
Vic Stanton and Paloma Martin. There must be a code linked to these names. I'll let you think about it. I think I'm gonna take a little nap.
Wait, but how does that help me? If she had her phone, why didn't she give it to me? Okay, what's her
Locked.
name? That's like, what's the name associated with her?
McPherson, wake up. I've got to talk to you.
Vic Stanton and Paloma Martin. There must be a code linked to these names. I'll let you think about it.
Stanton? So...
I think I'm gonna take a little nap.
Maybe the code... Vic Stanton and Paloma Martin. Do I know anything about my own code? Yeah, I don't think so, because I never inputted it. I just ran through. Because I don't think it. How many numbers? Oh, I don't even know that. Okay, so without that, that's kind of problematic, because The only link between, letters and numbers that I can think of off the top of my head is which number of the alphabet, which letter of the alphabet a given letter is. But with Stanton, it would already be like what? Three. It's already double-digit numbers with one letter, so that would be a very that would be a very what's the word? Very long number if I were to go by that. I will try getting out, even though I'm pretty sure he's going to kill me.
There's no way this bastard's keeping any images of me.
No, wait, I'm pretty sure I heard it open, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on here.
It's not opening.
Yeah, I can't even tell how many numbers.
McPherson, wake up. I've got to talk to you.
Vic Stanton and Paloma Martin. There must be a code link to these names. I'll let you think about it. I think I'm gonna take a little nap.
Who's gonna die next? You? Me? Your friend?
I found an empty box of amphetamines in the medicine cabinet. I guess the killer uses it to drug his victims.
He gives me some to take regularly, until I become dependent on them. When he wants to torture me, he stops giving them to me. The suffering makes me crazy.
Do you have any pills left? My friend might need them. The killer drugged her with tranquilizers.
I could give you a couple of pills, if you find Susan's wedding ring. She hid it in your cell.
Who's Susan?
She was very dear to me. He murdered her. The ring is really important to me. Find it, and I'll give you what you want.
That's not your name on the ring. It says John.
Susan and I were close, but she wasn't my wife. Just a friend.
I have that ring you talked about. Take it and give me the amphetamines.
This wedding ring, it's all that I have left of Susan. Here's the last pill. Who's gonna die next?
The killer uses a digital locking system to lock the doors. Have you ever seen him punching in the number from your cell?
Yeah, tons of times. It's 5 or 6 numbers. I'm sure that the code for your cell door begins with a 4. The last digit, I think it's a 5. But I'm not sure about anything else. But what's the point? It's hopeless. I've lost all hope of leaving this place alive. I'd just like to not suffer anymore.
Okay, 5 or 6 digits, starts with 4 and ends with 5. So what? Wait, Paloma is Martin, M-A-R-T-I-N. So that's 6 letters. So I would imagine it would also be 6 numbers. 6 letters, 6 numbers. Starts with 4, ends with 5. So M is 4 and N is 5. But that is a bit... Well, that's actually pretty weird because... like... You know, M and N are pretty far down the sort of the list of the alphabet. So if they are 4 and 5, how does that relate to other numbers and other letters that are before it? Like 4 is M and N is 5. Let me get something to write with. Because I might need to write it down if I want to accomplish something. M is 4, you say, and N is 5. And what letters does the... it's Paloma Martin and Vic Stanton. Okay, so actually that gives me because there are 4 N's, so that's 2 5s in McPherson's. But okay, so if we go sequentially, then it's M and O, so O would be 6, right? So maybe I can get like most of them and then brute force the rest. O, P, Q, R, S. So S would be 0? Unless 0 is at the beginning. Like, you know, ordinarily you would say 0 is before 1. So, but what about A, for example? If M is 4, what even is A in this? Unless it goes like back and forth, you know, it goes through 0 to 9 and then again from 0 to 9, because that would be what? M and O, P, Q, R, so that's 7, 8, 9, and then it would be H, I, J, K, L, 1, 2, 3, so I would be 0 then. Yeah, and maybe this way you can, so if R is 9, then S would be 0, and T would be what? T would be 1. So that leaves me with only having to find out A, but A is literally the beginning of the alphabet, so that would also be 1, because I assume it... No, it actually would be 0. So it gives me what? 0... no, S is... no, wait, S is 0, T is 1. Okay. Let's try that. So it's 0, 1, 5, 1, 6, 5. Okay, that's not it. So how does 0 figure out into this? Maybe it's at the end, after 9. So then T would be 1. No, wait. What? T is already 1. That can't be it. That doesn't change anything, because, well, that doesn't change most of the things, because it would still go J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then S would be 0 anyway, because it would be the end of the previous sequence rather than the beginning of a new sequence, and T would be 1 anyway, so it would be the same code as this, right? Because A would still be 1. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would still be the same number, so maybe 0 just doesn't figure into this. Maybe I'm supposed to ignore 0. And then it would be what? JKL. R is 9, so then S would be 1, and T would be 2, and then A would be 1 again, N would be 5, T would be 2, O is 6, and N is 5. Let's try that. 1, 2, 1, 5, 2, 6, 5. Okay, that was actually that was a pretty cool puzzle actually. It's probably my favorite puzzle in this game so far.
Gingerbread. Looks a little stale.
Can I... Am I supposed to drug her gingerbread with amphetamines and not even tell her? That sounds majorly wrong, because first of all, it's wrong to drag people without their consent, but she might have like a health problem that would make her...
McPherson, wake up! I've got to talk to you! I found you a little upper. Take this. It's up to you now. I don't want to die here.
Thanks for pulling me out of there, Hernandez. So, you can make yourself useful when absolutely necessary.
There's a man locked up in the other cell. He was the one who gave me the amphetamines. He says he knew one of the victims, Susan. He might be able to help us. It's just that he seems pretty disturbed.
If he's been here for a while, I'm not surprised.
The objects in your inventory have been transferred to the storage zone. Okay.
The sheriff's metal detector. What is it doing here?
When the FBI notices the disappearance of all these cops, they'll send agents after us, right? Do you have a plan to get us out of here?
We're gonna have to improvise. Stay on your toes, stay alive.
Have you found a lead on the killer's identity?
For now, I know his name, but not his face. Doesn't make any difference. We need to concentrate on surviving, not on whether or not he's got a mustache.
I think Hawker's dead. The killer got him.
The fact that he's not shut up in here with us is not a good sign. As long as I haven't seen a body, there's hope he's still alive. I'm not so sure about Garrus, though. I have a hard time believing he could have avoided falling into the killer's clutches. That sicko out there, has he talked about his plans?
Not really. And I'm not sure I want to know. We have to get out of here. I don't want to die here.
Okay, this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.